Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's absolutely roasting. I'm Danny and this is Project Fern. So in my last video I showed you the new Peugeot Partner Escapade that I bought, and before I start I just want to say, if you go and buy any used car, I do believe it's down to you as the buyer to do all your checks, make sure everything's okay with the car, and if you're not sure about cars yourself, you should take someone who knows about cars, who has a code reader, so they can thoroughly check it for yourself. The only thing I'm dead against is when people, especially motor traders, who go out of the way to do dodgy things to cars just to sell them and then just fob you off. So I'm going to get straight into the video today with what I found on this Peugeot that I've bought. I'm just glad that I'm the one who's bought it because I can fix it. It makes good videos. But if someone else had bought this car and they took it to another garage and asked them why it were doing certain things, they're going to get a big bill, which I just think is totally unfair, especially when I've bought this car off a motor trader. And to be fair with you, when I went and met him, I thought you were an absolute slimeball anyway, but I got the car for a good price and I expected there to be issues, but I thought they would be down to like age-related condition failure rather than them going at the car. So let's get straight into it now and I'll show you exactly what I found. So in the last video I mentioned that I thought the turbo might have gone. It felt like it was running without power, which is like a drive me home limp mode kind of thing. It was definitely underpowered. It was doing the bare minimum the engine should do really, compared to my silver Berlingo, which like I said in the last video, I feels rapid. And it just didn't feel right. So I thought I'll plug the code reader in and we'll go from there. And that is lesson number one. I have a code reader. I always take it with me when I buy new cars. And I didn't take it this time because I got cocky. I thought, I know these cars inside out. And obviously I've been stung this time. I just want you to make other people aware. For the sake of what a code reader costs, you can get them for literally £20–30 and it would have shown what was wrong with this car. And I ignored that and I'm paying for it now. But like I say, I'm going to be able to fix this. I'm going to take you through now what I found. I scanned the car and as you can see here, it's found 12 faults. Up at the top there, it's saying the engine management light is on, but I totally missed that bit. I just went straight for the codes. On the screen here, you can see there's 12 codes, but most of them are all pointing to the mass airflow sensor or the EGR valve. So I thought, right, that's brilliant. Let's just first start off and have a quick look at this EGR valve. So I whipped the airbox off and the engine cover, and you can see the EGR valve there, and I noticed straight away it's not even plugged in. So I thought to myself, why is that not bringing an engine management light on? So I plugged it back in and I started the car. So after I noticed that the EGR valve wasn't even plugged in, it was strange because that should throw the engine management light on. I plugged it back in, started the car back up, nothing. So I thought, right, let's get the code reader plugged back in and see what's happening. And at that point, I plugged it back in and realised that the code reader was saying that the engine management light was active and that it had been active for a certain amount of time. So I flipped into that menu and this is what it was saying. That had been on for 481 kilometres. Now we know that I've done, if we can see it there in the background, let's see if we can get it to focus. Oh, it's not going to focus, is it? Yeah, there we are. I've done 245 miles and that there is about 300 miles. So someone within 50 miles of that trader owning the car has done something to make that engine management light not come on, which is just dodgy as hell for the sake of like an £80–90 EGR valve. And that's when it clicked. When you put these cars to ignition 2, all the lights should come on. Literally switch it to position 2 and it brings up all the warning lights. You can see they're all working. So I come to the car and this happens. So we go to position 2 and we get all the warning lights, and what's missing up here? The engine management light. So I think, am I going insane here? I grabbed the keys to the silver Berlingo, which is smashed up and being waited to be picked up. Now they've written it off. A Cat B breaker, by the way, that car, so I can't buy it back. Only a breaker's yard can buy it and sell it for parts, which is an absolute shame because there's loads of good bits on that car. And I run down to it, I put it to position 2, engine management light showing. So I get a torch and I turn the ignition off and I'm shining a torch all around here, and you can just faintly see the engine management light. So someone's basically gone to the lengths of taking that cluster out and blanking that bulb out somehow, whether they've put some tape between the actual cluster which holds the cutouts for the lights and the lights behind it. So I took the cluster out, had a quick look, and it does come apart, but I'm not confident in taking this one apart. So what I've done is I've bought, which is this one. So let me zoom back out, sorry. And this is going to be the donor one. I'm going to take this apart. I think it's literally these Torx bolts on the back, and it should split it, and it'll take this black cowl away from the dials behind it. I think you might, you don't have to take the needles off because they look like they're part of the back bit. And I'm presuming they've either done something to the LED, they've taped over it, put some blue tack on it, but I want to test it on these ones first because I don't know what miles this cluster's got on it. So this car's done 127,000 miles. So if I put, say these dials had 80,000 miles on them and I put them in here, it would update them dials to the higher mileage. But if I put, these have higher miles on and I put them in, it will then update the car to the higher mileage. So you're like reverse clocking the car. So I'd rather keep the original dials intact and practice on these ones. And hopefully I can get them apart, see how it all works. And I can update you and let you know what they've done to these dials. So that's not the end of it, because when I was plugging in my code reader, just ignored the beep in there, I noticed that this cable here was just dangling down, and I know exactly what that cable is, and that is for missing electric window module, which works out why this isn't working. Because the driver's window isn't going to work with the automatic function without electric window module, so that's missing as well. I hope that's the end of what's wrong with this car, but I hope you all agree that you have to be very careful when you're buying used cars, and someone who thinks they know these cars inside out like me has got a little bit cocky here, gone down the train drive, no, I've got a 6-mile drive home, just want to buy it, get back, and there's turned out there's these issues. Fingers crossed, what I think it's going to be a new EGR valve. I think they might need programming or calibrating when you put them in, so I'm going to have to research that a little bit more. Get this electric window module bought off eBay and get the car fixed. I got the car at a steal. Still doesn't excuse whatever the scumbag is, whoever the scumbag is who's done this to it. It's lucky that I'm the perfect owner to buy this car. So we've got plenty to go on this car. Just a quick update, because obviously there's a lot going on here, so the next videos are going to be basically me just rectifying these faults. We've got the oil leak to sort out, we've got the ghost ABS fault as well. It's absolutely roasting. I'm sat in this car, and I am looking forward to doing it. I want the car running mint, get the aircon regas, and I think I'm going to end up with a really good car there. Hope you've enjoyed this quick update video today. I hope it's not been dragged out and been too choppy, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I found on the car, and just to warn people, please be careful. Don't take anything for granted. Buy a cheap code reader. Don't trust anyone when you're buying a car. You want receipts, you want proof, you want to just go over it as best you can. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you don't know anything about cars, just take someone who can, because basically when you drive away, I've got a paper receipt for this. I'm not going to go back to him. If he watches this video, he knows exactly who he is and he knows what he gets up to. And I know a lot of people will be like, name and shame and all that stuff, but I've got no proof that he's physically done it, even though he sold the car. The engine management light's been reset since he's probably had it and stuff, but that's all in the past now. We only look to the future, we only look to the positives, and I cannot wait to get on this car. So I'll see you in the next video.